Special guest today. Hi. Hi everyone, you are tuned to the Alvin Mark art channel. I make art wherever I go in Singapore. Thank you for tuning in, and for those who are new to this channel, a big and warm welcome. We are here at Little India, and before the big meetup, I got to have my Pongal fix. My usual spot at Komala is not happening today because they are closed. So we will have to do it at the nearby Tekka market. Okay, so I forgot to hit start for the time lapse, so you are going to see this halfway. These are our social ambassadors prowling the streets and making sure our masks are up and that we maintain our distancing. I really feel like in primary school all over again. So here is where I left off from the last Little India visit, and if you have not seen that, click on this link. Otherwise, it's time to meet Easel and see her wonderful art pieces. Make sure your closed captioning is on. Hey everyone, this is Easel, our special guest for this episode. Wow, you did so many. Is this a mixture of like different brands that you use?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm guessing they're like Daniel Smith. Are there special brushes that you use?
Rosemary, Skoda,
Yep.
and these are cheap ones.
Okay. Okay, so a mixture. Ooh, wow. Yay. Why did you choose to use watercolors today?
Because more familiar, it's faster, I think.
How long have you been practicing this?
I've used watercolor since I was young.
Do you like coming out to paint, or do you prefer painting in the studio more?
I think when I come out to paint, it's like putting my skills to test. I think in the studio it's easier to control the outcome.
Do you feel motivated to come out to paint then, because you know that it's good training?
Yeah, sometimes in the studio and then sometimes out, sometimes in the studio, so it's like not always in the studio. Yeah.
So for those sitting on the fence on YouTube, they don't know whether to start sketching, or what would you say to encourage them? Like, what might you say to encourage your students also? Yeah.
Come out and like just do it lah. Like you feel bad, then like okay, I know where I am. Then at least I know where like I can work towards something. Yeah.
Are you hungry?
I'm okay, but yes, I want that.
Okay, let's do it. It's the best part of hanging out with someone, painting with someone. Lunchtime! Easel has a question for me.
Where's your easel? I don't see your easel.
Oh, my easel! Okay, my easel is in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like you don't see his easel at all. It's all like hidden.
Yeah, so this is my tripod, and this is my easel box from Strata. It's a mini easel. It opens up like that. This has been with me all over the wall. And then there's a little plate here where I put my paints, put my brushes and extra paints. And these are things that I pick up when I'm plein airing. This was from Sembawang. The panel comes here. Yeah.
Where do you get it from?
I won it in the Strata Easel video competition. Yeah, and actually that was what gave me the nudge to get back into video. I used to do videos, video production.
So how old is this again?
I've had this since I got back here, so maybe about 4 years. 4 years. So it comes in a square format and a much larger one also. Too heavy. And the whole idea is you want everything as compact, especially when you're walking. It keeps me motivated. Something small, something light. Just imagine if I have to lug things around. So what I can carry here equals to what I can carry overseas also when I travel. No issues. The same setup, and I just get up and walk out and set up and go paint. We adjourned to Gokul Vegetarian Restaurant for lunch. It was really crowded when we were eating, so not a good idea to be sketching. Then after lunch, everyone in the restaurant left. So she introduced a game that she and her partner came up with called EMOQ. I'm learning a lot about myself and my thought process and my feelings in this game. How brilliant! I'll leave the links to that in the description box. And after leaving Little India, we headed to Baristart in the business district in Tanjong Pagar. So the backstory is one day Isok's student's mom brought in one of these cream puffs for her to try, and the rest is history, and that's why we're here. We ordered a cream puff, a sweets jar, mango flavored, and a latte. A good thing about dining with another artist is that you get to share and not have to finish everything on your own. Would have been great to have two cameras so that we can watch how Isok paints, but due to time and trying to be compact, remember how I'm still lugging my oil materials around? You are only getting what you see here. And now for the best part. Oh wow, look at that. Alright, it's been nearly a full day, right? We were talking everything about teaching at school because we both teach at a local college here in Singapore. Also because we're also practicing artists. We would like to hear from Isok. What are some of her challenges, or what made her say, yes, I want to do art?
I think it came to a point where I felt like if I don't do it now, I would never do it. I came to a realization lah. In my mind, I always felt that I needed money, I needed a perfect partner.
Are you talking about stability here?
Yeah, like I was finding like a security blanket. Talking about starting a studio, like really deciding that I can do art on my own and teach art on my own, like without being employed.
Yeah, that's right. So, and you made it, was the decision difficult for you to say, I want to do art, I want to dive in it, especially here in Singapore? And I bet in many other places too that art is not mainstream. It is slowly creeping up to becoming mainstream here in Singapore. But yeah, what were some of your challenges? Wasn't right?
It took me 7 years to finally do it. So before that, I was doing small things like I started with teaching tuition, like one-to-one, but teaching art. Easy. What are some of the challenges? My head, all the thoughts in my head, like where am I going to get all my clients from? Who's going to come to me because I don't have a degree in teaching, right? I don't have a degree in fine arts university. But it's a lot of negative thoughts in my own mind. I wouldn't say that there are people actively discouraging me, but they would suggest something else, like why don't you do this instead? Yeah,
like part-time or something like that, right? Have something else to back you up just in case.
yeah.
Right. How did you solve this?
I think having people who believed in me. So I had 2 clients, I had 2 students with me, and then from there I started to get more word of mouth. So at the beginning I didn't have website, I didn't have Instagram for the studio, nothing. Yeah, I tried doing all the things that like for example throw out brochures. I got 0 inquiry, 0. And when I first started my studio, it was 6 months of nothingness because I was...
How many students do you have now in your own studio, not the college that you are at.
I have 30 plus
30,
students.
30 plus students.
Yeah.
So guys, persistence, right? Was it that? Just okay. And of
Yeah.
course, tremendous support from the community, which is always very, 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 very important.
I think when you do good work, people actually can recognize it. A lot of my students are really from word of mouth. Like, I don't really do advertising. If you're doing good work, you will succeed lah.
So hopefully we can learn a thing or two about that. Thanks for joining us and sharing your wisdom from your experience. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'll leave Easok's information down in the description box. We gotta go now. It's time to head home, have dinner, whatever, chill. So until the next episode, bye. Yeah, look, it's